The 19th day of the 3rd month of the 28th year. Today is the last day I will ever have on this forsaken island as my deliverance is nigh. But first there is one last matter that concerns me. For the last of the mutineers that escaped the captain's noose are yet to be managed, and since I am the governor of this island, the responsibility is left to me.
Please, my lord, have mercy. Although not a Christian and therefore obliged to spare my life, and forgive me my sins, as God in heaven would do.
Yes, God does have mercy. But I don't. You deserve the same fate as your followers up there. It is your fault that they are dead. Thou art a murderer.
No, 'tis not true. I was saving the men from starvation and death. The captain was taking us too far out to sea.
Nonsense! He lies.
Even so, my Lord Robinson, thou would not kill an unarmed and defenceless man when his hands are tied behind his back.
You are right. Cut off his bonds at once.
Sir, when we were taken prisoner, we were promised our lives.
But if you are to come with us to England, you will do as the captain's prison is in irons, and be tried for mutiny. The consequence you know would be to face the gallows. Perhaps you can leave your fate to chance and remain on the island? At least that way you can have your lives.
Thank you.
'Tis settled then. You are to remain here on the island to fend for yourself. If you survive and find deliverance as I have, then you will be free to forget your crimes and live the rest of your lives. However, I will not leave you at a disadvantage. I will show you where my fort is and leave you my tools, my rifle and my sword, plus 2 barrels of gunpowder. Furthermore, I will tell you every part of my own story so that you may have a chance of survival.
I would be especially interested in hearing about how you lived with that servant of yours.
It was easy once he became civilized, but before that I had to save him from those savage wretches. The story is as follows. I was writing in my journal, as I did every day, when I heard a terrible scream. There were 30 of them to my count, with 2 prisoners, one being Friday and the other being unlucky enough to eat dinner. Through my perspective glass I noticed that Friday was not tied up, and then in that very moment, the poor wretch, seeing himself a little at liberty, with nature inspiring him with hopes of life, he started away from them and ran with incredible swiftness along the sands. Little did he know he was running towards me. At first, I was dreadfully frightened, as he could cause the whole body of savages to come my way. But on seeing only 4 chased after him, my spirits began to recover, and I resolved that I would free the poor little wretch. Still, I was outnumbered, but I did not entertain any fear for their number. As they were naked, unarmed wretches, 'tis certain I was superior to them. I fancied myself able to manage 1, nay, 2 or 3 savages, so as to make them entirely slaves to me, and I was committed to making this a reality whatever the cost may be. Before my interception of the savages, I gathered my weapons, and then stepped out of my hiding place. By this time Friday had already passed me, so I called out to him to stop, and then I set about delivering my slave. As Friday's new master, it was my duty to enlighten him with the customs of the civilized world. So I set him to work immediately and instructed him to dig 4 holes in order to bury my victims before any other savage should come this way and see the bodies. He did this with great speed and enthusiasm, and in the end no savage did come our way, for on the next day from a hilltop it was plain to see that they were all gone and had left their fallen comrades behind without any search for them. After Friday had finished his work, he walked towards me and bowed at my feet, seemingly as a token of him swearing to be my slave forever.
Very interesting, but that doesn't explain how you changed him.
Well, I taught him how to speak.
No part It's to anger.
I taught him my religion and morals.
Thou shalt not kill.
I taught him right from wrong and how to behave. I even shared my food with him.
But couldn't he already speak his own language before you found him? Also, it was you, not him, who murdered people.
It makes one question what is and isn't civilised after all.
Silence, the both of you! You know how these people are. I will not have another word spoken on the matter. If you want to survive in this island, I advise you keep your mouths shut and listen to me. And so I showed them my old habitation, whilst telling them the whole history of the island and the story of my living here. Then, we walked to the beach, and I left the two prisoners there while I got onto the boat with the captain, who was ready to take me to the ship. Come with us.
No, this is my home.
Friday.
No, my name is not Friday, my name is Hohe. I'm not your slave, I was born free. This is the land of my ancestors. You call yourself civilized, but you come to my land and enslave and kill my people. Force feed us your culture and whip us into submission in the name of civilization. Before you come to this land, I worked as one with my people and we treated each other as equals. Now I only work for you and you get the benefit of my labor. You call yourself civilized? You're just as barbaric. You're as bad as them men that you saved me from. No, you're worse. At least they knew what they were doing was wrong, which is why they hid on this island. Whereas you think you're superior. What makes your actions any different to theirs? All you did was fight chaos with chaos and enslave me.
Silence!
Just go.
And thus I left the island, the 19th of December as I found the ship's account, after I had been upon it for 28 years.